Hey, Warrior Saints. Glad to have you beautiful people with us as we continue our conversation from yesterday.
What's going on with day 7? Just to wrap everything up and finalize everything. What really is happening on day 7? How is that functioning and why does it exist? Why do we talk about it in that way?
So I think, obviously he uses seven. Number one, I think the reason that there are 7 days is because in scripture, seven is the divine number. So it's because technically on the sixth day, God is done, right? And excuse me, if he's God, he doesn't need to rest. Like, why does he need to rest? Like he's tired, you know what I mean? So why put seven? I think first is that the author has to wrap the cycle up. It's got to be divine. The second part of it is it's going to play that Sabbath day is going to play a major role throughout the rest of scripture, right? And it's not because Saturday or later Sunday is a particularly special day in and of itself. It is going to be, we'll see in Exodus, a test. Will you abide by God's commandments, right? He's given you everything, but he's going to give you some commandments, which we'll see in the very next chapter. Are you going to do it?
Right.
Are you going to follow his business and do his business as opposed to do your own? And you hear, and I'll just read the verses, I'm sure we all know it, but thus the heavens and the earth were finished and all the hosts of them. And on the seventh day, God finished his work which he had done and rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. So God blessed the seventh day and hallowed it because on it God rested from all his work which he had done in creation. And people often read from chapter 2 all the way through verse 4. These are the generations of the heavens and the earth when they were created. And they use that verse. So as we know, the seventh day comes to us, not in chapter 1, but chapter 2, verses 1, 2, 3, and some say 4. I think that is incorrect. I think verse 4 is a intro into the next section.
Right.
That the verse 3 is where the creation account, the first of creation narrative concludes.
Mm-hmm.
Like he saw everything he did. It was really good. And he rested. Done. Right. And as I said earlier, I think that the Sabbath is going to be, we'll see it right away with Moses, right?
Yeah, and it plays in throughout the New Testament as well. It comes in all over the place, this idea of the Sabbath. What are we doing on the Sabbath? I mean, Christ asks at one point, is the Sabbath made for man or man for the Sabbath? Like, what is the point of the Sabbath? And I think it goes again. It's, as you said, it's going to be about the commandments of God, and are we following God's commandments? And it's a test, and it's because we need that Sabbath as a way to have that rest ourselves, but also to follow God's commandments. Yeah. It is the day that is set aside for God. It is a reminder that we need God. It is a reminder to get away from ourselves, to follow all these other things. Yeah. And it's something that even the rest of our society is built upon in a lot of ways. Like, when do our calendars start for each week? They start on Sunday.
Yeah.
But in other places, they don't start on Sunday. They start on Monday. It's a deliberate way that we look at things to keep God in the forefront.
Yeah. Think about it in the Arabic language.
Yeah.
The days of the week are numbered.
Yeah.
They don't have names. And Sunday is Al-Ahad, the first. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's even now that many Arabic speaking people are Muslim and that's not their Sabbath day. Originally, that's where, anyways, it's interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, do we need to wrap up, or I could go all day.
I mean, I think that understanding the Sabbath, putting it in this place, and understanding all of these things, the whole point of all of it is that God has created everything. We are a part of that creation. We are set to task as things go on, and as that Genesis chapter 2 verse 4 starts the new cycle, and starts that new thing, we're then set to task. And maybe if you want to give a teaser for something we can talk about down the line.
So let's do that. But you said something, it popped. How does this apply? Like, we've been pushing the whole idea that read for meaning, listen to scripture for the meaning, not as a history book. And I think the point of that Sabbath, it's a call to all of us to come to church. Now, let me tell you what I mean. I'm not guilting anybody to come to church. You know as well as I do, probably better than I, that in our particular parish, we have exploded beyond our capacity to deal with it. And we're thankful to God. So I say that because it's not like, oh my God, we need more people. We have people, right? We're very blessed in that sense. But why then do I say you got to come to church? Because he's testing you with the Sabbath. He's saying, look, and it will come to the fore with the 10 Commandments and Moses and all that stuff. Honor the Sabbath, right?
Yep.
He's saying, I've given you everything. I've provided the perfect garden for you, the paradise that you can live in. It's symbiotic with all the plants and the animals and the birds and the great sea monsters. And
Sasquatch.
yes, and I will provide for you, right? I've got you. I am going to, and you'll see it happening in chapter 2 right away. I am going to ask you to do what I say. And one of the things I say is honor the Sabbath. Do no work on the Sabbath. Now, you got to imagine as they're wandering out in the wilderness, they're supposed to go out and collect, they being the Israelites under Moses. They're supposed to collect, enough manna that falls from heaven for each day's use, except on the Sabbath, they get 2 because they're not even supposed to go outside and do anything. Could you imagine? I mean, that's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
And God is saying, honor that Sabbath, remember me. Going to church is not about checking a box and saying, look how good I am, or even about being, arrogantly self-focused that I went so that God could fill me, though that's certainly part of it. Honoring the Sabbath is answering his call, do you remember that I am God?
Yeah. It's like what we were talking about when we talked about what is worship. The prayers that we say in church are all addressed to God. He doesn't need those prayers. He knows them already. He doesn't need our prayers the way Zeus needed our prayers because he is the one true God. He is the God. He's not in this pantheon looking to be better than the other gods. He is God. But we address all of our prayers to God as a reminder that we need God, that we need something more than ourselves. And he is the source of all of those things. And coming to church is not about us coming to church because we have to do this duty.
Yeah.
It's about us coming to church because it gives us the strength to get through the rest of all the crap that we're dealing with all over the place.
With he who is the source.
Right.
Absolutely. So, I mean, with all of that being said, that's the point of why we beseech people and beg people to go to church. It's not about like needing them there for our sake. It's about exactly what you said. So with that being said, I was just going to say that it's been a great week.
We'll be back at 9 and 10.
If you're going to come to church, ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. We want you to come join us. But for those who are not and you want to watch online, which is not quite as good, it's good, but not quite as good as going, you can join us. We will have Orthros Liturgy at 9 and 10 a.m. on Sunday as usual. And the teaser for next week, why don't we do chapter 2? Let's get into the whole garden stuff. Right?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do that. We love you. Have a great weekend. Join us on Sunday, 9 and 10 a.m. Pacific, respectively. And we'll see you again on Monday to talk about Genesis 2. Love you, beautiful people. Have a great weekend. As always, keep walking on the way of the warrior saint.